I'm marrying two of my favorites today, brownies and cheesecake. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Hey everyone, it's Dorothy with crazyforcrust.com and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm putting together brownies and cheesecake and making cheesecake brownies. These are super thick and super fudgy. They are amazing. For more delicious desserts and easy recipes, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Now let's get in the kitchen. These start off with my basic brownie recipe, which is 4 ounces of baking chocolate and 3/4 of a cup of unsalted butter. I melt that in the microwave until it's nice and smooth. Then you're gonna mix in 1 3/4 cups of granulated sugar. That's a lot of sugar, but don't skip it. You're gonna stir that together and then add in 3 large eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla, a half of a teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder. You could also use Dutch process. Go ahead and just stir that together and then add 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Again, you can just stir this together. You don't need a hand mixer unless you want to use one. Go ahead and put that into a 9 by 9 inch baking pan. Just level it in the bottom of the pan, and then it's time to make the cream cheese mixture with 16 ounces of cream cheese and a half of a cup of sour cream. A tip, it's really important when you're making cheesecake to make sure that your eggs, your cream cheese, and your sour cream are all completely room temperature to avoid lumps. If they're not the same temperature, if they're not warmed up enough, there will be lumps in your cheesecake. Once you mix in your 2 large eggs, you're also gonna add a half of a cup of granulated sugar and a teaspoon of vanilla. Spread that cheesecake mixture on top of the brownies and then use a butter knife to swirl it around to make the nice swirls. You're gonna bake it at 350 for about 50 to 55 minutes. Now you can see once they've baked how they just kind of puff up a little bit. They're no longer glossy on top. They need to cool completely, and then you need to chill them for a few hours before you try and cut them to let that cheesecake set. And then once you do, you can see, like, I like to cut these in nice big bars because it just looks better for video and photos, but I recommend making these more bite-sized because they are a mouthful. With a glass of milk, these would be a complete meal. So you can see how thick those brownies are and how thick that cheesecake is. These are so amazing. Leave me a comment and let me know what other brownie recipes you want to see, and keep watching for even more brownies.